Hey everybody, Rory McDonald from MacDon and Associates coming to you with the next episode of Tuesdays with Rory. You're probably wondering, where the heck are you, Rory? I'm glad that you asked. I am standing right now inside of my newest listing over in Milford, 196 Jacole. And inside of this house, they have a system like none other. This is known as a reverse osmosis system. And I wanted to come to you all and explain the benefits of having a reverse osmosis system. Reality is as a realtor, majority of us don't know the ins and outs of a house. And so it's important for us as realtors to become as knowledgeable in those areas so that we can instruct and give that information to you as a consumer in our world. And it's really easy for me to point out the types of flooring. It's easy for me to point out the coffered ceiling or the custom finishes within a home. Those are easy for any real estate agent to point out. The things that a lot of real estate agents struggle with and don't know are systems like the one that I'm about to show you, a reverse osmosis system. I'm going to break this down as best as I can. Know that in this video, I am not a plumber. That is not my job. I don't sell these systems. That's not at all what I am. This is really just a means of being able to provide you all with as much information as possible. One, to show you what exists within this beautiful listing that I have here, and two, to give you the information so that if you choose to potentially have one of these systems installed in your house, or you're looking at homes and you want to know what these systems are all about, at least you have some sort of idea walking in. So here we go. So just to show you all kind of the system, what exists down here in the basement, over here to my right, this is the reverse osmosis system, which we're going to spend most of our time on. This over here, this is a softening system. Now, the particular home that I'm standing in right now is on a well. It is just because you have a softener or a reverse osmosis system does not mean that you are on a well. This is just a means of softening the water. Some areas have, even though city water, have hard water, and this gives you the ability to soften that water. Now, with a reverse osmosis system, you don't necessarily need to have, to my knowledge, you don't necessarily need to have a softener. However, having the softener actually does really soften the water to make the reverse osmosis system work properly and do what it's supposed to do over a longer period of time without having have things replaced or fixed. As we come over here to this system, majority of the time when you see these systems, they're a lot smaller. And most times it doesn't go to the entire home. You'll see it underneath a sink in the kitchen, or you'll see it in a bathroom or things like that. And it will go to one particular faucet. This system is a commercial grade system that is used to give water throughout the entire house. So in this particular home, there are 5 bathrooms in this house. 4 of them have showers. 2 of them have multiple sinks inside of them. That's not including the 2 kitchens that are in this house, the multiple little wet bars that are in this house. There's a lot of running water that happens through this home, and that is the reason why this particular homeowner decided to have this system installed in their home. Now, just to break this down for you, you see these are numbered, each one of these systems, or excuse me, these filters. These are giant filters. Typically, to my knowledge, and again, I am not a master when it comes to this system. Again, I just want you to know what it is. Typically, when the water comes in, it goes through the first filter. In this case, it's labeled filter 1. That is designed to remove all the sediment that exists within your water. So you might get sand, you might get things, along those lines, dirt, things like that come into your system, come into your water, and that's what that is designed to remove. Number 2 and number 3, which I think are behind this right here, and then it goes to number 4. Number 2 and 3 here is designed to remove any nitrates from the system. So those are things like, local areas up here in Michigan really were involved in farming. When you are involved in farming, reality is you have to spray your crop. That spray makes its way into the soil, makes its way into our drinking water, and naturally sitting down there, we tap into those wells, into those aquifers, and now we are pumping that water up into our systems, into our homes, and a lot of times people are drinking that water. This removes those nitrates through the process that a reverse osmosis system uses to remove those items from your drinking water. Then it comes over to number 4, where there's another filtration system that it uses another filtration process. And it uses pressure within the system too to be able to push it through multiple chambers. A lot of them are charcoal-based filters to pump it through your entire house so that you have the equivalent to bottled water within your home. That's the reason why a lot of people will put these systems in their house. The reason for that is they've been buying water, filtered water, in water bottles for a long period of time, and they don't want to do that anymore. And this gives them the ability to have beautiful, wonderful, perfect filtered water that runs through their entire house without having to worry about any of the corrosive things that well water brings. Like if you have friends or family that have well water, a lot of times you'll see crystallizing around their faucets or valves that won't shut or open anymore just because it's the water is so hard or just needs to be filtered. It also has a tendency to break down pipes too. So a lot of times when we, specifically for Macomb County, what happens is whenever you sell a house, you're required to have the county come out and test the water. That doesn't happen here in Oakland County. They don't require that, but Macomb County, they definitely do. And when that happens, a lot of times you'll see things like copper and iron within your water sample. Reason for that is the corrosiveness of the water is actually breaking down the pipes, your copper pipes, and it is putting that into your water, which is not a great thing. You don't want that to be the case. So again, this system, the combination of the softener with the salt going into the RO system is the most perfect system you can possibly have. It removes you having to purchase, like I said, bottled water or anything like that, having those individual bottles of water. This system, you have bottled water on tap. It's pretty awesome. Also, once you get the system, just to give you guys a quick idea, this is not a cheap system by any means. For you to get just one to go underneath your sink in the kitchen, talking about $1,000, and that's not including the install. They're expensive. This particular system is a whole home commercial grade system. This right now to be installed today is probably going to be in the range of about $20,000 to install a system like this. Now, once it's installed, it's fairly cheap to maintain the system in comparison to having a water bill or a sewer bill where you're paying, X number of dollars per month based off of how much water you use. This is you're replacing a filter every 6 months. You might actually replace the reverse osmosis cartridge that it uses to purify the water. You're replacing that every 6 months. But for the most part, these systems are absolutely awesome. If you are looking for a home in the Metro Detroit area, this house is gorgeous. You're going to start seeing more and more pictures of it online, but it's already equipped. New builds in this area, they don't come with a reverse osmosis system. This house has that reverse osmosis system. So if you are looking in the area in Oakland County, in Milford, or in the surrounding area, you need to come and check out this listing over here at 196 Jacole. But besides that, really want to just give you guys as much information as I can when it comes to reverse osmosis systems. That was today's Tuesdays with Rory episode. Super happy that you guys tuned in. We'll catch you next week. But besides that, you guys have a blessed day. See ya.